All right, guys, I'm making this video. My guy Jake is on the call today because he's been absolutely crushing it with his Amazon business. Jake, say what up.
What's up, Nico? Thank you for having me.
Got you, bro. But yeah, Jake, obviously, you know why you're here, bro. Tell us a little bit about who you are, bro, and what it is that you do, what you've been doing.
Been selling online for about 2 years now. The main platform is Amazon.
Amazing.
So yeah,
Amazing. What other platforms do you sell on?
a little bit of eBay and Walmart, but
Okay,
mainly
but
Amazon.
mainly Amazon.
Yeah,
Okay. What do you sell on like eBay? Is that like more so just like little stuff like
yeah.
little
I resell Legos on eBay, but that's how I started. That's how I got my initial capital. And
Okay,
then once I had enough, I transitioned over to Amazon.
amazing, bro. Love to hear it. It's definitely the way to go just because all the softwares and stuff. Walmart is a little bit newer. eBay,
Yeah.
I really don't know anything about. But anyways, are you doing anything else for work? Or are you full-time Amazon?
I'm full-time Amazon. I haven't had a job in about a year and a half.
Amazing, bro. I love to hear it. So, I mean, like, if you've been pretty much self-employed with Amazon like for like a year and a half, like what kind of numbers are you hitting, bro?
So this month, it's one of the better months. It's a little over 80,000 for the month so far
$80,000.
in revenue. Yes.
Is that just Amazon or is that combined with
That's Amazon and Walmart, mainly Amazon.
okay. Okay. So you're probably around like 60, 70,000 on Amazon.
Yeah, I'm at like 61 on Amazon.
Yeah, dude's I'm like pretty much doing better than I am. Jeez, that's how you know it works. Okay. How old are you, Jake?
20.
Dude's 20 years old doing 80 grand a month on ecom, bro. I fucking love to hear that.
Yes, sir.
Jake, I feel like one of the biggest misconceptions nowadays is like a lot of people are like, oh, like how much are you actually making on like that revenue or behind those orange bars? Like, if you don't mind, bro, what are your profit margins on that?
Yeah, dude. So a lot of people won't tell you their profit margins just because simply they're not good. I'm proud of my profit margins. Right now I'm at about 35%
That's
after all
absolutely
expenses
insane.
paid.
That's
Yeah.
absolutely insane, guys. I will let you know. I don't really know that many people that are getting profit margins like that in the Amazon space. Most people are getting anywhere from 10 to 15%. So that's absolutely insane, bro. You're fucking crushing it, bro.
Thank you.
And so you started off doing retail arbitrage at the start, right?
No, so I started with wholesale. I failed on my first buy. I still have the inventory sitting. But I took a step back. I went to RA, retail arbitrage,
Uh-huh.
and then, I kind of learned the ropes. And then once I had that down, I went back to wholesale.
Okay. How was that like change from like retail arbitrage like to wholesale, like actually doing it right?
It was pretty nice. So RA, it's a lot more work. You have to go into stores, dedicate a lot more time to it.
Hmm.
But once you start wholesale, you order in big quantities and you're spending a lot less time finding products.
More sustainable.
Yeah, exactly.
Correct. Yeah. That's amazing, bro. I've been doing a little bit of wholesale myself, bro, and it's been a blessing.
It is.
So you're all wholesale.
Yeah, all wholesale.
Okay, no online arbitrage or anything.
I've never done OA.
Hey man, that's cool. I love wholesale. I love both. Okay, and so Jake, tell me, I know you just did something in the e-com space. You just got a new warehouse or something?
I did a month ago. Yeah, a month ago I just got a warehouse.
That's awesome, bro. So this is your first warehouse.
First warehouse ever.
And you were like trapping it out of the garage, like kind
I
of
was out of two garages, a backyard. It was crazy, dude. It was so much of a headache. I'm so glad I got the warehouse.
just like full of pallets.
Yeah,
Okay,
crazy.
so unlike most Amazon sellers, a lot of people may like kind of like think down on this, but 35% net margins, bro. That's absolutely insane. I'm assuming you're more hands off on, or no, you're more hands on with the business than hands off.
I am, yeah. So I ship a lot more of heavier items, so I do a lot more FBM compared to FBA. So I do a lot of the order packing myself. I do have one employee, but I do help out a lot just so I could, keep the labor costs down.
Amazing, bro. Yeah, that That's awesome. Okay, so you have like systems that have been implemented, you have employees and stuff like that. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, how is like scaling the business? Like, how has that like changed your life?
So after scaling, dude, I'm kind of at a point where I'm doing a little bit of work to keep me occupied, but I'm not doing all of the work. So I'm at a very nice, comfortable spot right now. It's
Okay.
it's nice.
Do you have any like aside from work, do you have any like plans of like kind of like I guess you would say more things that you would just like want to buy or things that you would want to do? Maybe like retire your mom or just do you have any plans or just like anything like that that you've done yet?
Yeah. I haven't done anything yet. I
Okay.
want to buy properties with my parents. Um, I'm I I'm not at that point yet, but I'm close. And then so once I do that, I want to get a house or two, and then I want a Lamborghini Huracan. That's the real goal. But I
I
have to
love
be
it,
smart
man.
and get some houses
Yeah,
first.
yeah. Be smart, get some properties. Of course, a garage that's not always full of products. Also, a garage that can fit a Lamborghini Huracan.
Yeah. Yeah, the garage is empty now, thank God.
Amazing, bro. So 80 grand a month. If you don't mind me asking, bro, so like 35% net margins, what's the actual profit on that?
Um, right now it's
Because we're
after
at the
paying
very end of
rent.
the month right now.
Yeah, yeah, it's about 24,000 for this month so far. And the month's almost over, but so say 24,000 for the month.
$24,000 you profited, took home to
Yeah.
your pocket
Yep.
at 20 years old.
Yeah. It's crazy. I would have never thought.
Dude, that's insane. That's I can't even believe that. A lot of people may call that bullshit or say that you're doing something illegal. But I mean, Jake, what do you have to say to people that think that you might be doing something wrong or sketchy or
I've if people are saying that, I mean, I wouldn't have gotten my own warehouse and I wouldn't have based the whole business off of doing something illegal. It just doesn't make sense.
yeah, especially because we're here recording this video.
Yeah, I wouldn't be public about doing illegal stuff.
I wouldn't either, bro. But okay, so you're doing over 20 grand a month with Amazon FBA, and that's amazing. Where do you see yourself in like the next year or so
Um,
with
like
with
like
ecom and
profit?
Amazon? No, no, no. I mean like well, I mean, yeah, revenue.
I want to be doing at least 150 to 200,000 in the next year.
Okay.
It's not going to be all Amazon. I do want to get into whatnot also, but Amazon will be a big part of that for sure.
Amazing. Yeah, so Amazon's always going to be the main one.
Yeah.
Of course, of course. Okay. And so like of course, like not anyone that's doing like 20 grand a month with any online business, obviously it wasn't always just like a smooth path to, of course, that goal. So like what kind of like bumps have you had in the road along the way? Like kind of like issues you've dealt with
So my first issue was, of course, the wholesale buy that I mentioned. It was, I bought a lot of products. I didn't read the data. I didn't really know what I was doing. So I just went in blindly. I jumped into the fire and it
That's
just,
exactly what happened to me when I started
yeah.
out too, man. I actually bought my first I started off in wholesale too. So I
Hmm.
bought my first products and they were doing absolutely insane. And then later on I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't do product research and I kind of got screwed.
Yeah. Yeah. We all start somewhere.
Yeah, bro. Aside from that, bro, how did like kind of like the coaching or like the program itself like kind of help you overcome that?
Honestly, it was the guidance, the one-on-one time. You can't ask Google everything. Google doesn't know everything. There's stuff that only someone who has experience can answer.
Or YouTube. Like a lot of people
Yeah, yeah.
try and figure it out on YouTube. But I feel like more so just like avoiding the trial and error, I would say, right?
Yeah, you save a lot of time, you save a lot of money.
Hmm.
It's streamlines the entire process.
Okay. And what would you say like to people that are like very skeptical about like kind of like people that mentor like any like online coaches? Like what kind of like made you like set yourself aside from those people or overcome that?
You know what? I just wanted to have the guidance, like I said. I just didn't want to be wasting the time.
In the money.
Yeah, and the money.
Me and Jake, guys, if you don't know, me and Jake actually have a very, very similar Sorry with Amazon. So it's quite funny how it's kind of lined up. Um, but I mean, Jake, like what would you say to like anyone that's considering getting a mentor for Amazon?
I would just say do your the due diligence. There's a lot of people out there who aren't doing what they're saying they're doing. They're faking their numbers. They're, you know, at a loss on their Amazon store just to sell a course. You need someone who shows their profit, who, shows the day to day that
Shows the
people,
results.
yeah, you just make sure you're not going in blindly.
That's a big one. That is a big one, guys. That's something that you do have to watch out for, not even just with Amazon, but with kind of like any business model. What should like people like look out for like when choosing a mentor?
Um, just look out for the people who are posting only their revenue and not their profit. Because a lot of people will get high revenue just to,
Just to
say
sell.
they have it.
Yeah, and they're like barely profiting anything.
Yeah, if anything at all. So,
I would say personally for me, I would also say someone that actually shows the business because a lot of these people don't even show it and just say they do it or may
yeah.
be able to show you their phone that has some numbers on it. Very like watch out for that, guys. If someone can show you like hands-on, at least them printing labels, of course showing product is not like everyone's thing. I don't like to show my products because I don't want
Hmm.
to get saturated or whatnot, but that's a big one for me. uh,
Yeah.
I mean, out of everyone out there, bro, like what made you want to work with me specifically?
Um, Honestly, it was the one-on-one time. You're very good at your calls. You have very consistent calls. I could schedule a call whenever.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people do that. And if you are, scheduling a call, it's usually not with the mentor. They hire
Yeah,
a
yeah.
coach or
With
something.
another coach and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm assuming just because like you probably saw that it was a little bit smaller and I didn't have like hundreds of thousands of followers.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, dude. Other than that, I would just say, I mean, like what does the future hold for you and Amazon, bro? Like what are your plans? Do you want to like create your own brands and put them on Amazon? Do you want to keep doing what you're doing? Like what is it exactly?
I don't really want to create my own brand. I kind of just want to keep selling other brands.
Hmm.
I think it's a very, big market and I'm not even close to the potential that I could be at.
That's awesome, bro. I think that's kind of like the goal with everyone, bro. But
Yeah,
Jake, I think we did really solid here, bro. I appreciate you hopping on, bro. I'm
of
very very
course.
excited for what's to come, guys. If you want to shoot Jake a follow on Instagram, Jake, what's your Instagram, bro?
At JJakeIG.
Jake dot I or Jake IG.
JJakeIG.
Oh, okay, so two
Yeah,
J's.
two J's. Yeah, of
Yeah, guys, if you guys want to find him, you know where to look. Nonetheless, bro, always good talking to you, Jake. Keep crushing him, man.
course. Thank you. You as
All right,
well.
brother.